folks, and welcome to, what's this thing called? The Method 2.0. And as I do every single, at the beginning of every class, the reason why we're calling it Method 2.0 is because it's a mixture and a combination of things I've learned over the years. And sometimes we combine things, sometimes we add that little extra something, okay? That's the name. I'll go over what we're doing tonight. Tonight, we're calling it the drunk exercise primarily. And I know a lot of you are probably tuning in to go, oh, let me watch the drunk exercise and then I'll go home. No, it doesn't work like that. If that's all your interest, we'll probably be doing the actual drunk exercise in about 20 or 30 minutes, all right? But you will need, for that, you'll need a glass, some water or something bubbly, depends on what you're drinking, no alcohol, 0. And just, you need some space, okay? And I need to address this. If you do this and you fall over, we're not liable, all right? Because you got to take care of yourself, because a lot of people do feel drunk. They get a sense of being drunk when you do this exercise. So do it at your own risk. And if you do, and I need to address this also, if you have a problem with drinking, don't do the exercise. It's different if I'm in the room with you, because then we can talk and check in on each other. It's different if you're in a room alone, struggling, with alcohol or other substances. So don't do it at home alone if you have an issue with that, all right? It's a skill. We're not doing this to get our rocks off. All this stuff that we're doing is a skill and a craft. But before we get onto the so-called drunk exercise, once again, let's remember why we're here. We are here in I think this is our 10th class or 11th one. I keep doing it till I start teaching. And then I got to figure out what we're doing, because usually Thursday nights I'll be teaching. It's to get you guys to have an acting habit. So this becomes your habit, not just an idea. People don't understand, and I'll say this every week, in and out, how much work this takes. Do you know what I'm saying? It's work. This should be your life. You should be dedicating 2 to 3, 4 hours a day to this. If you're not, it becomes a hobby and an idea. And you might get somewhere by luck, but it's all work, and you've only got one person accountable, you, for your own career. I don't want to hear about the industry. I don't want to hear about other things. You are the only one responsible for your career. And when you start treating it like a business, when you start treating it like a job and a responsibility, you hold yourself more accountable. So that's why we're here, hoping that you get an acting habit out of this, right? You need a space to work. You need a schedule. So before we continue, here's what we're going to go over today. I'm going to read something from Sidney Lumet. I think I read part of his book last week. I'm going to talk about Marriage Story and the 50 takes, not in that sequence. At some stage, I'll talk about it because I'm trying to get a point across, which I talk about many times, but it helps me. Then we're going to do relaxation. Then we're going to do the drunk exercise, which will take about half an hour to 45 minutes. Then after that, we're going to talk about the whole process that we just did. And after that, I think we're going to aim to finish about 9 o'clock, depending on how much time there is. Either we'll look at some people's footage, or we'll look at a monologue or whatever, or I'll just come up with something else to talk about too, or to do. I can come up with exercises all day long. But roughly, it'll be roughly 2 hours of your time. So if anyone is with you in the house, tell them to leave you alone for the next 2 hours. And let's go, okay? I'm going to read this quick summary. It's Sidney Lumet was an amazing director. He directed Dog Day Afternoon. He directed, I forgot, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. That's another one. If you haven't seen these films, they are must see, especially things like Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. It's a brilliant film. And why it's brilliant, it's such a simple story. It's something that we could have made here in Melbourne. It's a simple story, a very simple, easy to follow, but brilliant writing, brilliant acting. Marisa Tomei, some of the best work she's done. Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. So I'm going to read you something, and there's a reason why I'm going to read it. This is from when they were shooting Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, right? Here we go. I'd like to try and explain the process I go through. By the way, this is also, I'm reaching out to film directors, because the better film directors communicate with actors, the better the project will be. It comes down to collaboration. I keep saying that. People don't seem to understand that. Anyway, I'll shut up for now. I'd like to try and explain the process I go through when I call print. After all is said and done, that's the reason why we're doing all this. Obviously, certain shots in the movie require nothing beyond mechanical perfection. I'm not thinking of those. I'm thinking of those shots that are involved with character or critical plot points or highly emotional moments. First, I place myself as close to the lens as possible. Sometimes I sit on the dolly, just beneath the lens, or I tuck myself behind the operator's shoulder. This way, I'm not only as close as I can get to the lens's view of the scene, but I'm also out of the actor's eye line. Let's just start off with that. That's such a considerate director, right? Then comes the hard part. Just before we roll, I make a quick mental check of what preceded the moment. We're about to film what comes afterward. Then I focus my concentration on what the actors are doing. From the moment the actors start working, I play the scene along with them. I say the lines inside my head. I sense their movements and feel their emotions. I'm putting myself through the scene as if I were them. If the camera moves out of the corner of my eye, I'm watching the lens shade to see if the move has been mechanically smooth or jerky. If at any point in the take, my concentration breaks, I know that something has gone wrong. Then I'll go for another take. Sometimes on particularly good takes, I'm so moved that I stop doing the scene and just watch in awe at the miracle of good acting. As I said earlier, that's life up there. When it flows like that, that's when I say print. Is it exhausting? You bet it is. One of the most difficult acting scenes I've ever encountered was on Dog Day Afternoon. About 2/3 of the way through the movie, Pacino makes 2 phone calls, one to his male wife and lover, who's at the barbershop across the street, and the second to his real wife in her home. By the way, I can brag about this. The wife was played by Susan Peretz, an amazing teacher, and she was my teacher for quite a few years. Brilliant, brilliant teacher, right? Hard, tough, but just brilliant, right? Anyway, that's my plug. Okay, anyway, so he makes it to his wife. I knew Al would build up the fuller head of steam if we could do it at one take. The scene took place at night. The character had been in the bank for 12 hours. He had seemed spent, exhausted. When we're that tired, emotions flow easily, and that's what I wanted. There was an immediate problem. The camera holds only 1,000 feet of film. That's a bit over 11 minutes. The 2 phone calls ran almost 15 minutes. I solved it by putting 2 cameras next to each other, the lenses as close as possible together. Naturally, both lenses were the same, 55 millimeter. As I remember, when the camera I had used about 850 feet, the camera for the first camera, we would roll the second camera. And while I was still running, I knew that there would be an intercut of the wife somewhere in the final film, which would allow me to cut from camera 1 to camera 2. But Al would have acted out 2 phone calls continuously, just as it happened in real life. I wanted Al's concentration at its peak. I cleared the set. We want to talk about that. About 5 minutes behind the camera, put the black flats on, so even the rest of the physical set was blocked out. The prop man had rigged phones off the wall, had propped phones, so the off-camera action would speak into the phones across the street. They actually plugged in phones so that he could actually make phone calls, real phones, and some great actors want that. Now you can do it via a cell phone, but it helps to have a real person on the other side of the phone, right? So Al would really hear them on the phone. One more thing occurred to me. One of the best ways of accumulating emotion is to go rapidly as possible from one take to the next. We're almost done. The actors begin the second take on the emotional level he reached at the end of the first take. Sometimes I don't even cut the camera. I'll say quietly, don't cut the camera, everybody, back to opening position, and we're going again. Okay, from the top, action. By the way, I always call action in the mood of the scene. That's very considerate, right? If it's a gentle moment, I'll say action, just loud enough for the actor to hear me. If it's a scene that requires a lot of energy, I'll bark out action like a drill sergeant. It's like conducting or giving up the upbeat. I knew the second take would mean a serious interruption for Al. That's once again, listen to the consideration from the director. We had to reload one of the cameras. Reloading a magazine of film can be quite disruptive. The magazines are usually kept in the darkroom, which is always far away. In addition to the camera rollover, we used to reduce camera noise has to be taken off, which is called the Barney, right? The camera has to be opened, and then the film has to be threaded through the little gears. The whole process is done at top speed, takes 2 to 3 minutes.
Well, now it's recording again.
Wait there for a sec. my secretary, which is yours truly, absolutely sucks. I didn't photocopy the rest of it, but we're almost there. It takes two, that's enough time for, so he's worried that if he changes over the film, it would take 2 to 3 minutes, which would be, as he says right here, enough time for Al to cool off, meaning emotionally, right? So to put it up, so I put up a black tent to block off both cameras and the men operating them, not to disturb Al. So while all these camera changes are going on, he put up black tents so Al couldn't see it, because he doesn't want Al's focus to be interrupted. We cut 2 holes in for the lenses, and I had the second assistant cameraman, there are 3 men on the camera, hold an extra film magazine in his lap in case we needed it. We rolled. As camera 1 reached 850 feet, we rolled camera 2. The take ended. It was wonderful, but something told me to go again. Camera 2 had only used about 200 feet. I called gently, Al, back up to the top. I want to go again. He looked at me as if I'd gone mad. He'd gone full out and was emotionally and physically exhausted. He said, what? Are you kidding me? I said, Al, we have to. Roll camera. We rolled camera 2. We had about 800 feet left. Meanwhile, behind the camera tent, out of Al's sight, we reloaded the camera. By the time camera 2 had used 700 feet, close to 8 minutes, we created and reloaded the camera. By the end of the second take, Al didn't know where he was anymore. He finished the lines and in sheer exhaustion looked up helplessly. Then by accident, he looked directly at me. Tears were rolling down my face because he'd moved me so much with his performance. His eyes locked into mine and he burst into tears, then slumped over the desk he'd been staring at. I called cut print and leapt into the air. That is some of the finest film acting I've ever seen. Sorry for the cough. Why I'm sharing that with you. This is Al Pacino, who at that stage of his life had spent many, many, many years at the Lee Strasberg Institute. The amount of plays he had done, we remember once he had done a play for 850 performances, right? The amount of work he has done as an actor's athlete, meaning he had an amazing actor's body. And here he is with full support of an amazing director, right? Not every actor is amazing, not every director is amazing. But when you find the right combination, and with all that respect, give him the time and the place to do what he wants, and he had the capacity to do it. And they filmed an amazing moment. And once again, as I tell people, it's one of these things that everyone thinks they can do until it comes time to do it. And if you notice, Al's focus is on the acting. It's not on where's the camera. It's not on what's the line. He's in the moment. He's thinking like the bank robber. He's thinking like I need to talk to my mom and to my lover. That's what he's thinking. He's not thinking, where's my arm? He didn't even want to see the camera. They make sure, especially in LA, they don't want you to give a shit where the camera is. I'm talking to the person standing right here. If I sit there doing the crew's job, then who the hell's doing your job as an actor? That's why I tell people your job is to focus on only your job, not to socialize on the set. And if you notice, I said at the very beginning, it was a closed set, meaning when it's a tough scene, we don't want anyone on the set to crack stupid jokes, to mess around with people, because we are in the hot seat. You become private, emotions kick in, and you need a space. As he said, in between takes, you leave the actor alone. That doesn't mean that the actor sits there joking around, getting on Facebook, going over the lines. The great actors just sit there and they have imaginary conversations. He could have had an imaginary conversation with mom, or they talk out loud in character. In character. What's the character doing before he calls his mom? Blah, 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 blah. How do you make that phone call? If you're sitting there thinking lines, if you're sitting there thinking, when do I pick up the phone to call mom? You are watching yourself. And if you watch yourself, you're not here. You're here 80% or 70%. You need to be here 99%, not 100. 100, you become a banana, meaning you keep 1 foot on the ground. So if someone says something, you're able to take direction. If the director yells, yell, cut, whatever, you're present. You're doing it responsibly. 100% means you're fully doing the character, and that's not acting. You know what I'm saying? You need to be aware and balance these two worlds of being private. And as you notice, what he said is Al looked up at him because he was learning, and the guy's exhausted. In the next 2 hours, you should be physically exhausted because it's work. And once again, people don't understand how much work this is. Okay? So that's why we're here. You got me? It's no good to sit back in your chair like most people do. You're going to sit in your chair and you're going to sit back like this and listen to the information. No good. You're going to get up off your chair and do the work. Got me? So we always start with the chair, and we're going to do 10. One day, I just got told I can open class in about 3 weeks. So for those of you from at the lab, if you're listening, we're going to open up in about 3 weeks. I should do relaxation with you guys for 40 minutes. Maybe next week we'll do a full 40-minute session of just relaxation. That'll be the main focus, right? There you go, planning ahead. Today we'll do 10 or 15 minutes, okay? I'm going to try and balance those of you that know what you're doing and the ones that don't. The ones that know what you're doing, go ahead, start in your own time. The ones that don't, we'll talk you through it. I'll drink some coffee because it really helps with relaxation. All right. As I've said, you're guaranteed a chair on a set. So just sit there. Make a sound, exhale. This will take about 15 minutes, then we'll start the drunk exercise, right? There you go. Just sit there, and I just want you to feel your body physically, not intellectually. Just the weight of it. Just feel it. Should we stick it up here?
Yeah, if you want.
Because I sit down.
Oh, okay.
I sit down a lot.
It'll be complicated. Just put it in your pocket.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we're back. Technical stuff. As you heard, they have to, you're always going to do technical shit as an actor. Okay, so sit in your chair and feel the body physically. Like right now, as I exhale and inhale, I feel my chest. And sound is important, as I say every week, because it vibrates the body. It vibrates the body. So just sit there. For those of you, once again, we'll do right arm, left arm. What I mean by that is this. We'll just do one arm because I want you to feel the difference between the two. And for those of you that know what you're doing, keep going on your own. I just want you to rotate your wrist and feel it physically. Right there, I feel the muscles folding over. Relax, relax, relax. I just moved my wrist. I rotated it, and I feel it right here. My mind is focusing on this. And what that does, to begin with, it brings your mind in the room. You're ready to work. You're ready to go to battle. It doesn't bring your mind out there with what's going on. And as we know right now, there's a shitload of things going on. There's coronaviruses, there's riots. Our job as actors is to focus on this right now. Here. Bend your elbow. Feel it right there. It's okay to shift your body weight around. Relax, relax. You can move whatever you like. Knee, shoulder, whatever you like. I'm just guiding you right now. But it's okay at the beginning to isolate the moves so you feel them. Whenever you're ready, also, rotate your shoulder right there. Feel the shoulder right there and relax. Right there. And we're looking. I want you all to understand our focus. Always think like a pendulum. This isn't, we're looking for seconds, 10, 15, 5 seconds of focus. You will tune out. The skill, not trick, is to catch yourself quicker and bring it back in, bring it back in, bring it back into what you're feeling physically. I've just moved one arm, and I assume most of you have, and you automatically feel the difference between this one and this one. That little sense of awareness brings your mind in the room. In your own time, eventually, or tomorrow when you do this, most of you won't. Those of you that are actors will. I want you to feel the difference between the right arm and the left arm. Whenever you're ready, go to the left one. Right now, because we're bulldozing stuff here, we've only got 2 hours. If I did 40 minutes of relaxation, most of you would leave. Right now, also, whenever you're ready, rotate your neck. Right there, right there. Make a sound as you work. Don't scrunch up your shoulders like this. Feel your head. It's heavy. Make a sound as you work. The reason why we make a sound, once again, it opens up the body. Down the road, if you do this consistently, when you speak words, they're connected to the body. There's a connection there. It's not disconnected. So shift your body weight around. Whenever you're ready, do your jaw. Rotate the jaw. Squint. Squint this side. Squint this side. Rotate your tongue. It's a muscle. Relax your face. Once again, I'm bulldozing you, but you get the picture. Other moves. We'll try one leg. Let's go on the left leg, for instance. Just lift up your leg. Rotate the ankle. Don't use the floor because you'll overstrain it. Just rotate it and relax. Make a sound. Once again, it should look like this. Here we go. Relax. The sound should come out clean. If you Google photos of actor studio or all that stuff, you will see actors in weird positions like this. This is what they're talking about, right? Whenever you're ready, rotate your hip. It should look like this. Everything else is relaxed apart from what you're moving, okay? Relax, make a sound as you work. It's okay to shift your body weight around as long as, once again, your mind doesn't drift off. You feel the body. We'll try 2 more moves and we'll stop. Open up your legs. Drop your arms between your legs and imagine someone's holding your shoulders. I want you to go down slowly. Drop your head first. Go down as far as you can. It's not yoga. Feel the body hang. Also, when you get down there, one other thing to do is rotate your neck. Because the muscles hang differently. Come back up slowly. Make a sound as you work. And to some degree, you should, even now, be a little bit more aware of your body than you were when we first started. You should, to some degree, feel more private. You should, to some degree, become more aware of your space. Always learn to check your own work. Because you could do this shit all day long, and if you're not aware of the progress, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Last move. You're going to punch forward. Imagine you're standing like this with an explosive sound. Ha, 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 ha. Whenever you're ready, this. Take your arms out to the side, tilt your head back slowly. Ha, 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 ha. And drop your shoulders. Ha. Feel the body. Sit there for 5 seconds, just feeling your body. You should be more aware of it. As I've said, if you're on a film set and you're battling the world, to go up there and move your wrist is nothing. You need to go, ha, 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 ha. It brings you here. Once again, please, please understand this. Please do this every day. Because what's going to happen is one day you're going to get on a film set, or the moment before you enter on stage, you're so choked up with nerves, and a simple breath brings you there. That's what all this comes to. Not only that, your body is a creature of habit. So once you do this, your body goes, hey, I know where we're headed now. We are going to do some work, some acting work. And your body almost, and I know it sounds artsy-fartsy, but it's true, your body knows it's getting ready to do acting work because you've conditioned it. It's like when you go to your day job and you put on a different uniform, your body knows I'm going to this day job. It's like when you dress up to go out to a party. You should see people getting dressed up for a party. Oh my God, we're going to party just by dressing up. So their body goes with it. This is the same kind of habit that you're creating for the body. Hey, body, we're going to go and do some serious work now. And your body starts getting conditioned. That only pays off if you do this on a consistent level. Now, this now we're going to do is the lovely drunk exercise. Don't ever drink on the film set. Every time I say this, I always get someone going, well, you know, they had a drink at, what's it called, the big one? Apocalypse Now and blah, blah, blah. I think it was Martin Sheen had a drink. Anyway, yeah, first of all, you're not Martin Sheen. Second of all, you're not out there filming Apocalypse Now. If you have one drink and you do 5 takes, and then you need to do 5 more takes, and you feel a bit tired, and now the poor cameraman and the poor crew, who it's a freaking day job for them, they want to go home, you've let down everyone. Don't. There's a skill. You don't need to do it. You understand me? If you have a skill, you can do this, and then you can let it go. You're a professional, because good luck letting go of something if you have 5 or 6 drinks. If you imagine you're doing one scene 10 times, and you've got to drink a drink, you've had fucking 10 drinks now. You aren't going on to the next scene, trust me, right? So be a professional. Let's start this. I'm going to talk on 2 levels. Those of you that have had a drink in your life, and those of you that have never had a drink in your life. I know you can see me because I can see my reflection on the screen there. This part is for the drinkers. This part is for people that have never had a drink in their life. And as actors, for those of you that have had a drink, I want you to explore both. This, imagine you're on a boat, and we'll talk about it. Right now, the boat's standing still, or a big ship. This over here, I want you, look at this. Some of us come prepared. There you go. And by the way, and I need to say this because this is our work. We blended a lot of exercises together to come up with this exercise. Let's call it the branding, the method 2.0, right? It's our work. I've spent 20 plus years studying. I've been in this lovely industry since I was about 15, and I've done nothing else with my life but in this industry. So if you're out there and you watch this video and it's happened more than you think, and you're teaching this in the class the next day, don't, because you're doing a disservice to the actors. You won't teach it, not to be arrogant. You know, this is years of work. You won't be able to teach it, and then the poor actor's going to go, this doesn't work for me. And you've let them down. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to do now once with me. It's another thing for you as an actor to master this. So do this again and again and again. And I try and give you as many, I try and tell you as much information as you have so you know what to avoid. You got me? So over here, we have a glass. And if you are drinking, the ones that don't drink, you're on a boat, just stand still for now. I want you to pick up whatever it is you're drinking. In this glass, I don't know, I would probably drink a margarita, right? I'm a gin and tonic or a scotch drinker myself. So if you got any bottles, you can drop them off. We'll gladly take them, right? Now, I want you to think of smell, taste, the first 2 things we start with. Whatever it is you drink, I want you to smell it. And by the way, before we continue, you can keep smelling your drink. I will burp during this. Every single time I do this exercise, I burp, okay? So forgive me in advance. I want you to smell your drink. Smell it. And then put a little bit in your mouth. Don't start acting drunk. We're not here to act drunk. That's Bananaville. I want you to taste it. Don't swallow. I swallowed so I can talk to you. I want you to move it around your mouth and actually taste what you think you're drinking. So if you're drinking red wine, I want you to taste the red wine. If you're drinking champagne and you've got soda water instead, I want you to taste the fizziness of the drink. So you need to smell it and then move it around your mouth. And whenever you're ready, swallow it. Feel it going down your throat. Because it's different things. Like if you drink scotch, there's a certain burning sensation. If you're drinking vodka, it's different. If you're drinking bubbly stuff like champagne, it's a different feeling. It's usually colder. So you feel that effervescent feeling in the coldness. Whatever you're drinking, smell it first, taste it, and then swallow it. And what we're going to do over time is we're going to break this down into 3 categories. Beginning, middle, and end, so to speak, right? I know actors that have got, 30, 40 different sections of acting. And that's important to know. Because if you're doing the same take over and over again, you need to know, I need to stay in this level. I can't be this drunk one level, this drunk the next. It doesn't work like that. Meaning you learn to hover at this level, or this level, or this level. So we're going to break it down to 3. Right now, we're only barely putting our feet into section number 1. Once again, smell it. Taste it, and this time, as you swallow it, I want you to feel it or imagine, remember acting is imagination, imagine the alcohol going all the way down and hitting your stomach. If it's scotch, you actually feel a little bit of warmth there. Now, keep smelling, tasting, and swallowing. And then over here now, and you can all join this, imagine you're on a boat, and roughly the boat starts to move up and down just a bit. Imagine there's a wave. It's only about a foot high. For the Australians, like, let's say, 1/4 meter, right? Only that high, not much. You just feel the body go up a little bit on the wave and down again, just a little bit. Now, before we continue, please understand this. If you're getting nauseous, don't fall over, right? Please, remember, you're doing this at your own risk. It's different when I'm in the room, right? So it's okay to sit down. Back to tasting, smelling, and swallowing. Now, while you do this, I want you all to pick 3 parts of your body that we're going to work with. Let's pick your face, and we'll make it more and more specific as we go on. Your tongue included. Let's pick one of your legs. And let's say your left arm. Right now, these pieces, these parts of your body you can feel. I can feel my leg, I can feel my left arm, and I can feel my face. And with our next drink, smell, taste, and swallow, you're going to slowly lose about, say, 20% sensation on these. They get a little numb. They relax more. So smell, taste, and drink. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. Smell it, move it on your mouth. And just just feel that warm sensation on your face. And feel that warm sensation on your arm. And feel one of your legs. Just get a little warm and a little more relaxed. Chill. I want you now, especially with everything going on, if you could have a drink with someone, your best friend, or whoever you want to drink with, all of a sudden they're in the room. You can give them a high five. You can do whatever you like. Hold their hand, hug them, whatever. Have a drink with them. Cheer on. We do this in class. I'd love to find some photos. We got 40, 50, 60 people sometimes in the class, and it, helps create the vibe. And then we sit there playing ABBA, Dancing Queen, and it's wonderful to watch, right? I've seen people fall apart. It's insane. I'll find some photos if I can. Anyway, so I want you now to pick up your glass and cheer with your best friend next to you. There you go. Once again, smell, taste, swallow. This time I want you to feel the alcohol actually hitting your stomach. There you go. And the 3 body parts. Your tongue gets a bit heavier. I want you to, if you feel like a burp, it's okay to burp. Your left arm feels a bit number. And let's go with our right foot again. And now, whenever you're ready, take 1 foot to your right. And now you're on the boat. Let's make the wave. Imagine there's a wave there, and it's coming your direction. You're on the boat. You can hold on if you like. And it's about half a meter high now, say 2 feet, roughly. And it's just going to hit you right now. Ride the wave up, land back down. There you go. Hold on. Have another drink. As you're about to have a drink, your friend says, hey, let's do a tequila shot. I don't have any shot glasses here, but imagine you did. Grab a shot glass. Tequila. There you go. Okay. Now, with the tequila shot, remember, folks, acting is all about making things very, very specific. I want you to feel the tequila shot hit your stomach. There's a little something going on here. Yep. Now, the other thing we do, I want you all to look at me for a sec. Where I am, think of a clock. This is number 1. This to my right is number 3. So right now I see a painting. This is number 6 behind me. Think north, south, east, west. This is number 6 over there. This is number 9 to my left. And this is back to 1 or back to noon, 12 o'clock. So it's 12, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You're not going to spin around because you will get sick. I want you to imagine that the room is turning around. There's a frame right there, and do this slowly. Pick something on your right and imagine the whole room is moving around. So right now the frame is in front of me. When I say 12, 9, the room is over there. 6, the room is behind me. The frame is behind me. And back to 1 over there, bang. Take another drink. Smell, taste. Don't rush any of this. Every single time you do this, smell it, taste it. If you start to bulldoze ahead, you'll lose it. It will not become a sustainable exercise. And swallow it. Oof. Once again, there's a meter wave coming. Get ready, hold on. There's the wave. Up we go, land it, and down again. I want you to exhale, and I want you to taste the drink coming out. If you have enough scotch, you can do this. I don't know these things. I've read about them, but that's what I hear. See, we're already starting. I want you to touch your face and feel it. And I want you to make your tongue a little heavier. A little heavier. Take one of your feet, make it what they call heavy. Lead foot. There you go. Once again now, stand there, grab your drink. We're going to take the frame, and this time we're going to go the other way. The frame is at 3 o'clock right now. Imagine the whole room turning. Now it's at 6. Very slowly, it's at 9. Very slowly, it's at 12, and back to 3. Smell your drink, swallow it. Taste it, sorry, and then swallow it. Oh. It's okay if you burp. I want you to grab your best friend and tell them that you love them and give them a big fat kiss, platonic or otherwise. Just mwah. Motherfucker, I love you. Ah. Somewhere in your imagination, let's pick a friend that they always go on about acting. This person is one of these pain in the ass people that talks acting all day long. Just shut up. There they are talking about acting. Just listen to them go, yeah, I hear you. They're right there. Just, okay. They're telling you about their headshot. They're telling you about all that. You just shut up. Your friend over here says, let's have another shot of tequila. Pick it up, smell it, taste it, and go for it. Go for it. Now, what you need now to feel is your stomach. There's a lot of acid buildup already. And remember, it takes from the moment you have a drink, it takes about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, 10 minutes sometimes, to actually feel the body. But I want you to move your body around as I'm doing and feel the what they call the lead foot. Feel the numbness of your arm and feel your tongue. Right there, hold on. There's another big one. Here it comes, another wave. I want you to see this time, stand 3 feet back, and we're gonna walk with a tequila shot in your hand. We're gonna walk 3 or 4 or 5 feet forward and challenge the wave. It's gonna come on 3, 2, 1, take a shot and go climb the wave. There we go, up the wave, 1 meter high and land. Yes, yes, you did it. Grab your best friend. Mwah! I love you, man. Here we are again. And right there, when you least expect it, take the right-hand side of the room. It's at 3 o'clock. Pick up everything, 6 o'clock, pick up everything, a little bit fast this time, 9 o'clock, pick up everything, 12 o'clock. There you are. Breathe. Smell the alcohol. Dean Martin, God bless him, said, you know you're drunk when you're lying on the floor and you still have to hold on. Brilliant, brilliant quote, right? I want you now to take your tongue. It's almost disconnected from your body. I'm already feeling a bit queasy. It's okay to burp. Feel your foot. Tell your friend over here who's talking to you about acting, tell them whatever you like. Shut up. They're talking on and on and on about how their agent's going to, would you just shut up about your agent, please? And look at your best friend over here, and you can start singing a song. La, 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 whatever you like, have a song. Come on, pick one song. Whatever song comes to your mind, sing a song, sing along. What was the song? We used to have a song, it's some Irish song. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, sing a song, go, 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 go. And another drink. Smell, taste, swallow, feel the acids, it just landed in your stomach. Ooh. Let's go to the middle of what we call stage 2 now. Stage 1, I'm gonna burp, here it comes. Sorry, folks. Sorry, there we go. Stage 1 is just getting to the relaxed state. Now it's stage 2. I want you to have lost 80% of control of one of your legs. Not control, don't act. Just generally stand there feeling, because drunk people don't try and act drunk. This feels like God knows what. Your left arm and your tongue is numb and your cheeks are good and blistery and hot. Hug your friend, hug your friend. I want you to tell them that of everyone in the world, you are the best person to be with. Get drunk, scream and shout whatever you like, and let's chase it down with a lovely glass of champagne. It's nice and refreshing. Grab your glass of champagne. Listen to the bubbles. And taste it. You feel the refreshing bubbles, and then swallow down and feel it going into your stomach. La, 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 la. Sing a song, do whatever you like. Stand still. The room is now going to move a little bit faster. Take whatever's on your right. 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, back to 3 o'clock. Now let's go the other way. 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Let's do a shot of tequila. Smell it. Really smell it before you swallow it. Don't cut corners. Taste it. Really, really, really taste it. And swallow it. Hey, come on. Take the imaginary, if you've got a real glass, don't do this. Imagine you're doing it. Take the little shot glass and imagine you throw it up against the wall with your friend, because that's what you do when you're drunk. And this is imagination, so you can have 10 glasses. Every shot you do from now on, I want you to take them with your best friend and throw them against the wall and enjoy it. When do you get to do this shit? Robert De Niro once said, it's great to be an actor because you can kill someone and get away with it. Well, we can be drunk in our living room and smash imaginary glasses all day long and have a great time because we feel it, because that's what actors do. Another one lands it. This time I'm going to throw it so hard and I'm going to get my neighbor's freaking head. I got into an argument with the neighbor. Let's go. Throw it, land it on the fucker's head. Go for it. Boom. Got him. I think I landed on his car. Even better. There you go. Let's have another drink, folks. Go back to the original drink, whatever it is. Stand up for it. Smell it, smell it, smell it. Taste it and swallow it. Oh, I want you to look at your lovely friend over here, the acting one, the one that talks about, and I want you to tell them for the first time, tell them exactly what you think of them. Tell them, I just want you to shut the fuck up about your acting. You're driving me insane. And since we're drunk, let's punch below the line. Tell them they're a shit actor. Go on, listen, you're a shit actor. You couldn't act your way out of a paper bag. And celebrate with the other one. Give them a big chest pump. Yep, there we go. High five, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Here comes the wave, folks. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Get ready. This one's a bit bigger, a bit more violent. It's going to be 1.5 meters deep. He just hit you. Up, ride the wave. Up, land the wave. Here comes another one. Hold on again. Whoa, whoa, up and landing. Hug your friend. Hug your friend. And another shot of tequila. Find the glass. Keep singing. Smell. Taste. Throw the shit against the wall. Bang. Oops. Hit my neighbor's car again. Tough. Oh boy. While you guys are in it, the skill to this is not to lose the basics. As you exhale, taste the alcohol as you exhale. Smell the alcohol. Feel your brain. I want you to take your brain now. Your brain is like a ball, probably the size of a grapefruit or the size of a golf ball, whatever you are. And I want you to disconnect it from your skull. If you lean forward now, your brain just went floop and hit the front of your skull. If you go backwards, you feel it going to the left and to the right. And there you go. Feel it going, feel up. Every time you move forward, the brain goes down. And I want you to try something now. As the room is going to spin now, we're going to take the frame on here, go 3, 6, 9, 12. I want you to imagine you dropped your keys and go pick them up. Ready? 3, the room is spinning. Everything in the room is turning around but you. 3, 6, go pick up your keys. 9, 12, you got them. 12, back to 3 o'clock, and there you go. Oh, boy. Put your drink down. Your friend is still talking over here. Tell them to be quiet, for crying out loud. We're going to have a couple more drinks before we get to the next level. What are you going to celebrate today? I want you and your imaginary friend to say, this is the high point of our party tonight. We're going to celebrate. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to have one of our original drinks, and then we're going to have 2 shots for 2 of you to celebrate your friendship. How's that? Always helps to have a reason. So smell the original drink, taste the original drink, swallow the original drink, and then go 2 shots. Don't forget, do it fast, but do it. Smell, taste, feel it landing on your stomach, and throw the shot glass wherever you like. Okay, there goes his light bulb, his headlight, and pick up the other one, smell, taste, throw it across the neighbors, and there goes his other headlight. Beautiful. By now, he's got about 5 or 6. Oh, now here's the reality of the world. We've had quite a few drinks by now. If you burp, fill your stomach. Your tongue is disconnected. Oh my God. Fuck. And your brain is just moving everywhere you move. Even if we were to stop drinking right now, yep, I want you to imagine, not imagine, it's real. There's 20 minutes of alcohol still in our body, but now your stomach is full. It's full. Volume-wise, you cannot take anymore. You just can't. But this is what's wrong with when we're drunk. You don't know that yet. And someone, because it's a great idea, says, let's have one more drink. Turn around, face the other way like I am. But this time the room starts to spin again. From 3 o'clock, now you're facing 6 o'clock. There it is. Back to 9 o'clock and turn around. Back to 12 o'clock. And here comes a wave. Hold on. Here comes a wave. You're at 1 meter. Up. Ride the wave. Ride the wave. And now there comes a wave from my right to your left. I want you to feel your right. It's coming from your right. It's a 1 meter wave. Go up. Hold on. And you just landed again. Whew. Let's go to stage 3. Stage 3. Imagine you just burped. And this time, whatever you ate last, a bit of it came up. Have that taste in your mouth. Oh. You just burped and a bit of something, whatever you ate last came up. I want you to taste in your mouth, and you taste like shit. So you're going to wash it down with whatever you're drinking, your wine or your beer or whatever. Smell it, taste it. Wash it down. Oh. Your friend wants to dance, have a little dance with him as you sing. As you sing, the stomach is full. You just felt the acid, so you burp again with the taste of what you just drank. Have another drink, touch your face. We're going to go from things very fast now. Mouth, tongue, your tongue is loose. Your stomach, have the acids building up. The room's going to spin right now. This time we're going to go backwards. From 3 o'clock, it's at 3, it's at 12, it's at 9, it's at 6. Be very specific. Don't jump anything. Back to 3 once again. Now the other way around. It's at 3, it's at 6, it's at 9, it's at 12. And your friend is still talking about acting. Wherever you are, I want you to sit down right now. I'll sit on this side because I've got a mic in my pocket. Is that a mic in your pocket? Yeah, there goes the joke. And I want you to sit down with your friend and tell them what a great time you're having. And you're going to have one more drink. Smell it, taste it. Your stomach is full at 110% right now. As you exhale, smell the alcohol. And I want you to look straight down. Remember the golden rule of what Dean Martin said. When you're lying on the floor, you still have to hold on because you think you're going to fall down or whatever he said. I want you to look at the epicenter now. The room is turning, but you're looking straight down at the center. It's at 3 o'clock. It's at 6 o'clock. It's at 9 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. We're going to go 2 more times. Be very specific, meaning if I look in front of me, I will see different things because the room is changing. So now we're looking at the epicenter. Go 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Now go back to 12, 9, 6, 3. Stop right there. There comes a big wave. Hold on to whatever you've got. Hold on to whatever you've got. Here comes a wave. Hold on to whatever you've got. Just hit you and you just burped again. Oh, taste it. Oh, smell it. Your brain just bounced off the front of your head. And as you sit up, it's going to bounce in the back of your head. And right now you just burped and you can taste the shit you ate before. There it is. And imagine that your friend is still talking to you about their acting career. And right now, we're going to jump forward a bit now. Imagine wherever you are right now, you just kind of said, forget it. I'm just going to take a little nap where I am. Feel the heat. Feel your brain as you lay down. Feel your brain inside smash against your skull. And there comes a big wave once again. Here it comes. Get ready to hold on. You just burped. You just landed. And for the last night and the last time, by magic, appears another shot of tequila in front of you. Smell it. Taste it. Move it around your teeth. I want you to feel it in your teeth. And then swallow it. Lie down. The room is going to spin one more time before we get up. It's at 3 o'clock. This time we're going to go backwards to 12 o'clock. It's at 12 o'clock now. And for whatever reason, it's stuck at 12 o'clock. It's just going beep, 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 beep. And then back to 3 o'clock, back to 6 o'clock, back to 9 o'clock. And here we go. I want you to burp. Taste the last thing you tasted. Let go of your tongue. Your brain is spinning. Your brain is spinning, and just pass out. You just passed out. Ooh. Now, I'm going to keep talking, but you've passed out. We're going to wake up. And for us, it's Friday morning because it's Thursday night here. And I want you to sustain three things. Your brain will bounce like a Super Bowl across your skull. And in the middle of the night when you wake up, somewhere you threw up. You don't know these things, you find them. I could share many stories with you, but I won't because we're live. And I want you to find where you threw up. There it is on the ground. And it keeps you nice and warm because you're freezing your ass off. And now you get up. Oh, your stomach is harsh. And all of a sudden, I want you to imagine your mother there telling you to get up because you're going to go to work and just go, oh. You can hear her going blah, 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 blah. And not only that, remember, acting isn't just imagination. She's poking you on the shoulder. Get up, go to work. Oh, Mom. Oh. In the back of your echo, you still hear your friend yapping about acting. And there's your best friend just waking up. I'm going to give you guys, as you are right now. Now, here's the skill. I'm going to pause for a sec. You don't pause. Keep the engine running. By keep the engine running, don't just think, smell, taste, swallow. Connect with your tongue. Connect with your face. Remember, your stomach is 110% full. That taste. Ooh. And I want you, you've got 20 seconds to get dressed. Imagine you're going to go to your day job now. It's okay to act, but don't cut corners. With your friend, don't let go. Quickly, 20 seconds to get dressed. Find your shoes, find your socks, pick up your keys. They're on the ground. The boat is spinning. Pick up your keys, put them in your pocket. Shit, I just burped. Smell it. I just burped again. Smell it. Taste it. Got your keys. You're going to go to work. Oh, don't forget your tongue. Your face is numb, the left arm, the left leg, and make your tongue just. Ugh. And here you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. Put your hands. We're going to drive to work. And off we go. You had 30 seconds. Whatever you look like right now, that's how you're going to go to your day job. It's exactly how you're going to go to your day job. I want you to think from where you are home, the first intersection. If you're going right, wherever you are, if you're heading to work, what's the first intersection? Let's make this specific. Hold on to the steering wheel. We're going for a drive. Smell the taste. Burp. We're going to go to work and the boss is going to see you like this. Before you leave, I want you to turn to your friend and to your mom and say, whatever you like to them, because you're just, say it. I can't say it, but you can. And at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Right now, pause. I want you to feel your body physically. We've done this exercise before, many different variations. You keep going. Now, this is where it becomes a skill. Don't let go of anything we've worked on before. Drunk doesn't stop in a second. Drunk keeps going for a while. In this conversation, in the last 2 minutes, as you were driving, you went through a red light or whatever it was, and your friend, wherever they're sitting, a car plowed into them, and they didn't make it. I want you to imagine that your friend collapsed and their head is on your lap with their body. It's not, it's not disconnected. But the skill, please remember this, it's a skill now. Before we continue, it's to make all this specific. I want you to touch their forehead. I want you to touch their forehead. Don't let go of the drunk. The burping is still there. I just tasted the food I ate. The brain is still there. The smell and the taste of the alcohol still have to be there. Touch their forehead. Touch their hair. Touch their shoulders. Touch their hand. If they have any jewelry on them, touch it, a watch. And now it's Friday morning, 9:05, because you're late. I want you to hear the ambulance. I want you to hear the people turning up. I want you to feel your tongue that's numb. Your left leg or right leg, whichever one it was, your arm. And just for now, the room is spinning again. And your brain is just bouncing. And the neighbor who you threw all those tequila shots I want you to hear their voice screaming at you in one of your ears, because they know it was you. They don't give a shit about anything else. You smashed their car. That's why you're doing it, because they're assholes, because all they give a shit about is their car. And your friend is here. Touch them. By touching, I mean make it specific. Touch their eyebrows. Touch their cheeks. Put all this on pause. Stand up right now. I want you now to go with our left hand. Imagine that your friend's head is right there. As we did before, with your left hand, I want you to touch their forehead. I want you to touch their face. I want you to touch the top of their head. Make it specific. That's their hair. I want you to take your fingers and run it through their hair. And just at the top there, there's a little dent. And I want you to look at it. Open your eyes and look at it. That's where the injury happened. They didn't have the seatbelt on and they leaned forward, and that's where they hit. Right there. You feel it. It's a hole. Make it specific. They've patched that up. I want you to touch their chin. I want you to touch their cheeks. And then take your hand and slowly go to their shoulders. And because we're doing the drunk exercise, I also want you to do, we do a lot of cut and pasting in acting. I want you to imagine that you're having another shot right now. Smell it. Keep one hand on the person's body. Smell it. Taste it. Feel the breath. There's another wave coming, but you really don't give a shit right now. And the room is spinning right now, but you don't give a shit either. But the body's there. Touch their hand. Put your hand on their chest. Put your hand on this, over their belly button. They're dressed, by the way, just so you know they're in their coffin. And I want you to hum whatever song you sang last night. As you're touch their shoulders. Touch their hand. And whenever you're ready, I want you to lean down at them. And I want you to embrace them. And remember, you kissed them last time. I want you to give them one final kiss and tell them that you're sorry. Tell them that you're sorry. They're dead because of you. You drove. They're dead because of you. Touch their shoulder. And I want you to take the shot glass that you had. There's one more left. All the others are in the neighbor's yard. And stick it in their grave, in the coffin. And you just burp. The taste is still there. Your forehead is numb and the room is still spinning. And besides the shot glass, what else would you leave with them? If you had one thing that you would leave with them, by miracle it happens to be in your pocket, take it. It could be a photograph of you two. Leave it with them. And I'm going to give you 10 seconds to say goodbye to them. You can do whatever you like. You can hug them, kiss them, but in 10 seconds, you're going to close the coffin. 10, hug them. This is it. Acting is believing. Right now, you've got 10 seconds with this person. You're allowed to touch them, kiss them, tell them you're sorry. Remember, if you don't tell them you're sorry in the next 10 seconds, you never will. So now is your chance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the coffin and close it. You just closed it. I want you to touch the top of their coffin. Whatever it is, it is. And now follow me for a sec. You guys keep touching the top of the coffin and look at me. We're going to take all this and turn it around. So now the coffin is over here. Whatever you see is over here. Touch their coffin. And now I want you to turn around. And where your camera is, behind you is the coffin. Now touch it. You are wearing whatever you were wearing that morning. There's even the stain of the vomit on your top. And I want you to smell it. And I want you, by miracle, there's another glass in your hand. I want you to have one more drink on their honor. Smell it, taste it, and throw the thing as far as you like. Whew. Just landed. Now let's put 4 people in the audience or in the crowd. To your left, I want you to put your mom and dad. Now, the acting skill is this. And you guys keep touching the coffin while you do this. Don't forget the smell, the taste, the sourness in your stomach. Don't let go of those, and don't forget the bubble brain. It's not enough for me to just imagine my mom and dad there. I need to reach over. Imagine my arm could stretch. This is what acting is about. Touch their shoulders, touch mom's face, touch mom's hair, touch dad's shoulders, dad's face, to make them real. Even a little bit of touch. If you do this consistency, your work pays off. And then over here, I want you to touch your best friend's parents. Now, if you've never met them, your estimate is enough for our work. There's their dad, there's their mom. And they're not happy. They literally don't want to look at you. They don't want you to touch them. And I want you to tell them. I want you to say these words. I want you to look at their parents, and I want you to say to them, I was fully aware that I got in the car and I was drunk. The father is screaming at you. Screaming. I would. I'd fucking kill you. Actually, the father wants to kill you. It's okay to take a step back. 5 people held him back. 5 people are holding him back right now. 5 people. And we'll talk about what I just did later, but 5 people are holding him right back. He's telling you everything you don't want to hear. He's calling you everything under the sun. And the priest is telling him to exit the church. And he's saying, no fucking way, now am I going to leave the church and let this prick stay for my son's funeral. And he's right. And then the mother's right there. She's beside herself. And I want you to look at your mom and your dad. And they're looking at you and they're saying, did we raise you like this? How many times, remember your mom, how many times did I warn you of drinking and driving? And then in the back of the room is your friend with the acting. And I want you to look at them and tell them that you're sorry. Tell them that you're sorry that you laughed at them and made fun of them. Reach out. Once again, don't just think of these things. Touch their shoulders. And someone offers you a drink and you say no. Say, I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. Let all this go. We'll add 30 more seconds to this. Now you're alone. You're at your friend's tombstone, whatever that is for you. Think of it, make it up. But there's your friend's tombstone. Once again, please understand this. This is the skill factor. Don't just think, touch. This is your friend's tombstone. And I want you to touch the stone or whatever it is for you. And it's not what your friend would have wanted. It's what their dad and mom wanted for them. Because that makes sense. And I want you very, very specifically to touch their name. Don't forget any of the letters. I want you to embrace the stone, the marble, whatever it's made of. We can adjust things, like I can adjust it for my height, even though in reality it might only be this height. Tell them you're sorry one more time. And at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. Let it go, folks. Get out of your head, move around, let it go. Shake your body. Let it go. Let's talk about a few things. After this, I'm going to talk to you about marriage story again, which I've spoken in the past, and I can give you 10,000 examples. where they did 50 takes for one scene. What we did, as I always say, especially the method has a bad rap. People go, it's not therapy, it's a skill. We are brilliant as actors, and nothing beats a skilled actor. That's what we train. I am quite good, without being egotistical, at training good actors. It's a skill and a craft, and you're going to learn it, right? We are very good at going to the center of the hurricane, right in the eye of the hurricane, or the tornado, whatever has an eye, and walking back out of it without getting lost in it. It's a skill to be able to go there, be in it, and then get out of it. This took roughly an hour. They won't give you an hour on a film set, but if you do this consistently, I know that if I do this enough, I can get into it in a reasonable amount of time. And some of the skill. Now, look, let's be honest. If you need an hour and your shoot is at 5 a.m., you better start preparing at 4. That's your job as a responsible actor. Not to turn up at 4:55, go ham, and where's the coffee? No, you need to already be in it. The camera starts at 5. At 4 o'clock, you better be off your phone. At 4 o'clock, you better be creating the smell, the taste, all that shit. But it's also very easy to get back into it. Right now, they said, stop, pause, we need to do another take. Something happened with the lights. And you become very good at picking it up again at any stage. We could go back to stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We could go back to when we were drinking. And you're not looking for a result. See, this is why a lot of times this works without thinking like that, because you're never thinking of a result. I never said act drunk. I said taste the drink. There's a massive difference. I said feel the alcohol in your body. One of the biggest flaws we make as actors and directors is we act and direct with the result in mind. I don't go home to say I'm going to have an argument with someone at home and think I'm going to get angry. You're thinking reason. You're thinking have a drink, have a great time with your friend. You're not thinking tears when you're saying goodbye to your friend. It's the worst way to direct. And unfortunately, 80% easily of our industry directs like that and acts like that. I'll cry here. No, fuck that. I'm saying goodbye to my friend, which is very different from acting sad or crying. I'm having a great time with my friend, which is very different from acting drunk. And at no stage, as I said to you, see, this is why I'm somewhat organized here. Love you too. That's why I read what I did at the beginning. Because even with Al Pacino, they put black sheets around everything, so he was never aware where the camera was. You were never aware of where the camera is and how this will be shot. You were in the moment. You were drinking with your friend. You were telling your friend to shut up about their acting career. You were feeling the floor spin. Camera classes is one of the worst things.
Hey, Peter, we can't hear you, man.
It's been about 2.5 minutes since we have been able to hear you. 2.5 minutes. Peter, can you hear us? Peter, you've gone mute. For 5 minutes, we haven't been able to hear you, man. 5 minutes. Hello?
Okay. We're back, I think. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Okay, one of you, it's either Daniel or Scott, text me where you last heard. Because I don't have a clue where we left off. Text me what you last heard. Or call me or whatever it is. I don't know where I don't know what you just heard. All right? Hold on, give me a second to get rid of the technical issues. Right? Give me a sec. Wait there. I'm going to find out where we last left off. Give me a sec. Okay, anyway, look, I don't know where we left off. Okay? Hey, where did I drop off? Where did I drop off? What's the last thing you heard me say? Okay, cool. Bye. Thanks. Okay. I don't know where we left off, but I'll pick it up after. I was talking about what a waste of time camera classes are. That's quite a bit behind. I'll try and catch up, right? Sorry for that. The point I was trying to make, God bless me, I feel I'm over right now, is you as an actor, I don't know if I said the bit where we say about our job is to go into the storm as professionals, come back out. That's a skill, meaning what you're worried about is saying goodbye to the friend. What you're thinking of is having a great time with your friend. At any given moment, I'm telling him to shut up about his acting career. I'm not thinking where the camera is. I'm not thinking on the third line, I'll turn around and talk to him. I won't turn around and talk to him till I hear him say the line. That's different. I'm not worried about the camera. I'm saying goodbye to my friend here. That's different. I don't know if I might be repeating information because I'm not exactly sure. You know, I don't read off a script. I just kind of talk as I go. One of the biggest things I tell people is our job as actors is to be focused on what's going on in the moment, not to mimic what's going on. And what we do, I'll talk about the father. I don't know if I mentioned the father. See, if I saw his father there, give me a break. I wouldn't just sit there politely giving a speech and the father yelling at me, because the father would yell at me. All you're going to do is look online and find you. So I, as an actor, if I sat there and the director said, you know, just stand and do the speech about I'm sorry to all my family, I would say, no, his dad's right there. He would kill me. And any parent sitting right there would get up and kill you. So a good director would go, you know what, that makes sense. Because when you stand here, the father's going to go and you've got to have 10 people holding him back. And you go, wait a minute, 10 people would hold him back. Because my job is to make that real now. Knowing that I'd be very hard to open my mouth. And you've got to make your mom and dad real. I think I mentioned, I'm not sure if you heard it all, but I'll say it again now, is mom and dad. If I was doing an interrogation scene, and I get a lot of interrogation scenes, for instance, and the script is, you know, you stole something. I could act nervous, and a lot of actors act nervous, or I could put my kid there. I got 3 kids. Which kid I pick would also make a difference. If it's my oldest son, my daughter, or my younger one, you could make a difference for them to hear dad stole, and you're going to go, oh, fuck. I'm not acting nervous now, am I? I'm making that real. They're in the room. So when you hear this, what I'm trying to get to, a director say, I want you to look in the audience, and they do this for theater, and they do this for camera or for film. I want you to look over here and say your line over here. Don't look over there. Don't look at the audience. It's not specific enough. I want you to place your mom or your dad in the audience. Otherwise, it's a freaking speech. And they're sitting right there in between people. Otherwise, we get this, what I call neck up shit, meaning you see an actor get on stage and they're about to do the big speech and you go, oh. It stands out like a sore thumb. It becomes a speech. People don't give speeches in real life. It's different if you're a politician giving a speech. I'm in the church and I need to make these people real. And what I was trying to get to is the 50 takes of Marriage Story. This is just one example, like you marry. Please learn this as an acting lesson. From now on, don't ever mimic what you've just done. Because mimicking is this. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to say the lines as I got told to say, and I'm going to yell the 4th line because that's what I got told to say. That's mimicking. I want you to rediscover every single line, every single time, which means I don't have a clue if on the 4th line I'll call it out or not. But it's my job as an actor to put there at what could get me to say the line loud. Maybe your friend's leaving. Maybe the father of the friend is yelling at you. But see, I need to hear him yelling at me before I react. And look at what happens. And please understand this. If I did 50 takes of this, I have now, and please understand this, I have now let down this man 50 times. If you're playing a lover, you've betrayed that lover 50 times. Meaning last night's performance, I said, listen, darling, I'm sorry, I'll never cheat on you again. That was last night's performance. And when you get great actors, and this is what we're training and conditioning great actors, now he's the next performance tomorrow, and you're going to go, listen, darling, I will never cheat on you again. And a great actor, we're not training good actors here. Please understand that we're training great actors. A great actor will go, you said that last time. And you're going to go, shit, I did. But this time I mean it. And she has to say the line in the script, okay, I forgive you this time. And guess what's going to happen tomorrow's performance? See, now I'm not mimicking what I did last night. I'm looking at her again going, oh my God, I know I said this last night and I said the night before, but darling, this time I mean it. I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to cheat again. I promised you. I know I've said it in the past. See, this is where most directors and we get in trouble. I'm not ad-libbing now. I'm just throwing a line here and there. I've said it in the past because it feeds the body. There's nothing worse than watching a director go, stay by the, if you break one line, who cares? Don't cut a moment for the expense of a line. Don't lose the gravy. This is not a machine. It's a body. It takes time to warm up. So a good director will say, guess what? This is your last time. And our job as actors is to make this the last time she's going to forgive you. And if you're a really good actor, because I know I'm doing the show again tomorrow, or I'm doing my 20th take, or even my 4th take. Let's assume you've got no money. It's not a big studio. It's I've only got 4 takes. You've got 4 chances to really make this real, not knowing that you get a second take. That's the skill. Meaning I don't go, okay, if I fuck this up, I get a no, you don't get another take. Every take is the last time you're doing it. An amazing actor, not good, amazing, Martin Landau once told me, brilliant actor, you know him, he's done over 200 films. He said to me, our job is to do everything as if we're doing it for the very first time and the very last time. So this is the very first time I'm going, this time I promise I'll be good. And please forgive me once again. I'm saying to the parent, I'll never drink and drive again, knowing that I've already done it last night and the night before. I'm in the moment, folks. I'm not mimicking. It's what we read about with Pacino when they did Dog Day Afternoon. That's one of the biggest faults, ironically, of our industry here. And I say this and I get a lot of heat for this. I don't give 2 shits. It's one of the biggest faults. There's a lot of great directors, but we direct and act with a result in mind. I don't want you to do that anymore. I want you to be in the moment and don't act with the result in mind. Act with the need. My need is to apologize. My need is to have a great time right now. And you can't do it knowing that you're going to get into a car accident. Another Marty Landau. You just said, I don't want to see the end of the scene at the beginning. I mean, right now, I want you to have the best time with your friend. And here we go, we're going to have another great time. And the script will take its course. That, folks, in a nutshell, is called the drunk exercise. I can do it. We can do it again and again. We can do it without the dismal ending. We can do it like just the happiest time of your life. Don't ever drink on a set. Don't ever do anything that stops the connection from this to this. Quite the opposite. And it's a skill and a craft. Now, really quickly, I just got told that we're going to open up, let's talk some stuff here. We cannot open up the lab till, I'm very good, I'm one of the few people that I actually don't have a calendar. I know, I keep my New Year's resolution, the 22nd. So I can't open the lab till the 22nd. So 3 weeks from now, I'll be teaching on a Thursday night. So we've got 2 more classes together after this. Next week, I will do a full 40 minutes of relaxation. We will relax. Don't know what we're going to talk about. I'll figure it out. And then 1 more. And after that, we go, right? I can't watch the drunk scene. I got a text from Daniel. Here's why we can't watch it. Last week, we played someone's showreel, just so you're all aware, all right? And what happened is that we played someone's showreel and they had some music in the background. And by the time I drove home, we had been flagged down saying you didn't have the right to play that music. So we can't play stuff from a film without the rights. So we can't do that. It's different from now. And if I watch you do a monologue, that's different. But I got to get permission in advance, which some people have been very nice. We said, hey, man, we're doing a class, whatever. But we can't just risk it to show a film clip like that because, you know, all this stuff, right? Anyway, really quickly, we'll wind down 2 minutes. I want you to be aware of, before I finish, when we started this course, it's been at least 10 or 11 weeks. We started, and I said, work on a character. Remember, we picked a historic character and start writing your own scene. There's a very, very good chance that most of you haven't. Most of you have probably just tuned in on a Thursday night to watch class, and you haven't written, you haven't been consistent with your writing, whether writer or not, still try and write, and you haven't been consistent with your character work. And that's what I tell people. Do you want to be an actor or not? You're not in kindergarten. You shouldn't have me tell you to do this. You should love this so much that you need to do it. So I'll see you again next Thursday. I'll figure out what we're doing. I'll email you all. I don't quite know how it works, but we'll have you email it. And we'll talk about what we're doing after that, where we go, because we might have to change from Thursday nights because I teach, and we'll figure it out. I got to talk to my team here. There's people volunteering. You know, it's been 10 weeks or I think 11 now. I don't even know. Love you all. Take care. And please do this consistently. See you all next week. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Take care, guys.